Hello, hello, we are live. You know what time it is. It's time for Real Talk. That's right. You heard it first. It's time for Real Talk.
Indeed, indeed.
We got my main man.
What's going on, Rich?
What's going on, Tony Brown? How was your trip, my friend? Let's talk about it. We haven't been on Real Talk since your trip, man. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, I know, man. It was good times, man. It's a lot better weather than what I'm in right now. Very humid down there, but I say it was the best spring break with senior citizens I've ever had.
The best spring break with senior citizens. My goodness. So
I was on. It's kind of like it was like a recruitment. You know how you go on college recruitments for school or whatever.
Yeah.
I felt like I was recruited by that retirement community, most definitely. So that's my goal, is to get in there.
Wow. Well, you know what? I was watching some of those old folks dance, and they can move. They're getting down.
Hey, it's no joke, man. It's something else. You gotta see it to believe it. I didn't even think anything like that exists. And shout out to DJ Scooter, man, if you out there watching.
DJ Scooter.
You take care of your business, man. You be careful jumping on them balconies, man. You know, that stuff look a little unsafe. But
wait. What do you mean jumping off balconies? What are you talking about?
Man, he was all into it. He was the DJ, man, with his tie-dye shirt on. Check out the videos, man. Go back and watch the footage, man. You got it.
What?
I got major footage of him.
Okay, you know what? I don't know if I don't have those videos, bro. You need to send those over to me again, because I don't know exactly what you're referring to. Jumping off of balconies. I don't know. I don't remember seeing that footage.
Oh, he was singing opera and all type of stuff, standing on top of banisters, and yeah, man, the people love it. You know, thing, man.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, you know what? I think you need to resend me. You need to resend me all the videos, man, because I don't know. Somehow, I think we got some miscommunication, because I don't think I got that footage, and I think if I had that footage, that would already been live. I would already been live.
Yeah, man. I don't know if I even showed you the footage of me driving around in the cart, man. It's kind of crazy. I have to show you.
I think I saw some of that on some of your social media. I think I saw some of that, but I don't know if I actually have given it the attention it deserves. And I think if there's any footage you have, maybe you should resend it to me, and I'll get it organized, and I'll start really putting it out there, because the people love to see you, Tony. They love seeing what you're up to and what you're doing, and look like you had a really great trip, and now you're back. And I mean, I got a comment today from Jermaine, and if you're out there, what's up, buddy? That's my main man here in Canada, one of our first subscribers. Out in Brampton, giving you a shout out. Jermaine was concerned because of the convoy.
Convoy, huh?
The convoy. I did share that on YouTube. The convoy of the tanks. And you said that you think you guys were arming up for battle, and we're here in Canada and we're getting a little concerned here. And we're just like, yo, what's going on? What do you mean there's a convoy? What are you getting ready for? Do we really need to get ready? Do you really?
I was just driving down the street, and I mean, I already got that on my subconscious. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I start to see tanks and everybody kind of especially heading to the borders, man. You know, I don't know, man. I'm an overthinker, so I'm always overly prepared. So I said, this would be good for everybody to see that. You know, probably don't have this rolling down their highways or down their neighborhoods.
No, I don't got tanks rolling around down here in Vancouver. I thought that was pretty crazy.
That's real, you know?
Yeah, well, I was just hoping they were doing some type of military training or some type of,
I can't listen. I'm not saying necessarily that's what they was. That's the convoy that's heading to like North Korea to be on the front line. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying be prepared from what you hear in the news.
I don't. I'll be honest with you. The news is more scary than movies. Let's be real.
Oh,
Like you can't make movies as scary as real life anymore. I'm scared to watch the news. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. The only reason why we even pay attention to the news is because we are the news. We're always talking about what's trending, but outside of that, man, I'm scared to look. It's like, man, what they shot off 59 missiles. And you know what the people are talking about retribution and like I don't know what's going on. It's just scary. You know,
yeah, man.
Us Canadians, we only got like one boat. You know, and I think
That's what you was telling me, man.
and I think we got like
I
I,
got one boat, man.
I think we got one boat, and I think we got like one or two snipers. But we definitely. I think what was it? Someone was saying. I think Canada has
How y'all
six.
got one boat? How y'all got one boat and y'all got majority of the major lakes?
Yeah,
You know, we only got Lake Michigan and y'all got the rest.
hey
And
man,
y'all got one
I don't.
boat patrolling all them lakes up there.
I don't know how they cut that up.
One.
I don't know how they cut that up. How they cut that up. They say, okay, you guys get Canada. This line here, we're America. You guys up there, Canada. And I think it's because it's damn cold up here, bro. You guys don't want to be up here. Trust me. It's damn cold, bro. It's cold all year long. We don't even see the sunlight. We never see the sunlight. What does sun look like? In Vancouver, they call it beautiful British Columbia. How about dark British Columbia? The darkest place on earth. I'm telling you, we do not see the sun here. It is brutal. And that is why everybody is south of the border. There's 300 million plus Americans south of the border, and there's 30 million Canadians north of the border because we're idiots because we love to freeze.
Well, how do you think we feel living in Wisconsin and the rest of the country? We're like one of like 3 states that get the coldest. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it get as cold as Canada. You know
Bro,
what I mean? But like
we're
right
closer.
now,
We're closer to Antarctica. Look at a map. Look at Antarctica, which is like hella
I gotta
cold.
look at a map. I know exactly that y'all closer.
That's
That's why I say it's kind of probably hard for me to argue that
it's damn
it's
cold,
cold
man.
from here.
We up there. We up there with our igloos, and we got our natives, and we're it's for real, man. It's no joke. Like it gets cold up there, man.
Man, we got people ice fishing and they build their little, whatever. But y'all seriously got like little elves running around and shit, like Santa Claus.
I'm telling you, man. And Vancouver, where I live, in Vancouver, where we live here, is the most expensive real estate in the world. Like you're literally paying $1 million.
Why?
You're paying $1 million for your igloo here. You know?
Why?
Well, they're very stylish igloos. Very fancy. Very fancy igloos.
They better be shit.
They got air conditioning. We got stainless steel appliances in our
Fucking
igloos.
air conditioning. See, that's your problem right there.
We got air
Stop
conditioning.
right there. You talking about y'all got air conditioning and the damn igloo. I don't want to hear nothing else you said. Y'all purchasing the wrong damn thing.
Oh my goodness. We got air conditioning in our igloos. we got heated igloos. Our igloos are heated. Okay? We got windows. We got doors. We got even bathrooms in our igloos. They're very high end. All
right.
So let's talk about some sports, okay? So it was a crazy weekend. Baseball started. My Blue Jays are like 1-5. It's embarrassing. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm sick about it already. I've already given up. It's a 162 game season. I've pretty much already given up on the season. But yeah, they're pretty.
The Cubs took care of business here. I got to see what my White Sox did. I didn't even get a chance to follow them, but all the hoopla around me was about the Cubs and Brewers. It's only an hour difference between each team. It's right down the border, but anyhow. Go ahead. I didn't cut you off. I'm going to go ahead and get into that once you're done.
No, talk about it.
Well, I guess the Brewers took the first one Friday, but the Cubs went on ahead and took care of business on Saturday and Sunday.
All right.
So they took the series 2-1. It was a 3-game series.
Yeah, well,
So
it's exciting to have baseball back. Being a Blue Jays fan, it's rough. For some reason, we can't win games. So when you're 1-5 to start the year, it's just like, oh
wow,
my god, like what happened? Like what are you guys doing? You're
is
gonna
it the
bear.
hitting, the pitching?
The pitching's been good. It's been the hitting, and then when they get good hitting, they don't get good pitching. So it's just been, they just can't get it together. And
That's some bases.
they've been in every single game. I think it's the bullpen. The bullpen can't get the job done. And they've gone into overtime and extra innings, I think twice already this year in the first 6 games. And they just can't, they lost an 11 inning game. Twice now, I think they've lost in 11 innings. So they just can't get, the big pitching when they need it. They can't get the big hit when they need it. They just look like a broken team. It's very frustrating. Jose Batista was fighting for some huge money in the offseason, didn't get the huge money he wanted. Then he ended up getting some big money for 1 year, and he's done nothing. He's hitting like 100. Pathetic. So it's pretty disappointing. But as a Toronto fan, the Toronto Maple Leafs made the playoffs, so I'm super excited about that. We're playing Washington in the first round in hockey, so I'm pretty excited about that. And the Toronto Raptors are in third place right now in the Eastern Conference behind Boston and Cleveland, and I think they're only about 1 game back. So they technically even have a chance to get first place overall in the Eastern Conference, which they probably won't get. That's why I got, King James right now representing, because I think King James will get it done. But there's some people saying that Cleveland is losing on purpose because they're 0-3 this year against Miami.
Miami.
So some people are saying they're trying to lose on purpose because they know they're playing Miami and they don't want to play Miami. So they're trying to lose. So either Boston or Toronto is forced to play Miami. But I mean, why would you be afraid of anybody if you're King James? Like, you're King James. You're the king of the hill.
Maybe he want to play against his boy Dwayne Wade in Chicago. Maybe he want to go up against him.
No, but
and I ain't mad against that because we need that number 8 spot.
But isn't it going to be either?
But I hear what you're saying.
Miami or Chicago in the 8th spot, most likely. So considering it's going to be either Miami or Chicago in the 8th spot, wouldn't you think if you're Cleveland, you'd rather play Chicago? But why would you be losing on purpose?
Yeah, I don't think they're really losing on purpose.
A lot of people think they are. A lot of people think they are. I mean, it's a big topic. It's a big topic going around the NBA. A lot of people are talking about it. It's big news.
You got a lot of people that don't like Cleveland, and you got a lot of people that don't like LeBron too. You got them LeBron haters. So I don't listen to all that. And even if they are losing, I just feel like losing on purpose is different than like not putting your foot on the gas pedal. And maybe they put in like, the 10th through the 15th player at halftime and just let them play for the rest of the game and lose the game. I'll be like, okay, if they trying to get ready for this playoff push, I ain't even got a problem with it, especially if they still come out in first place. Then what's the problem? There's nothing to talk about after that. If they still come out number 1, then all that, you'll hear nothing else. You won't even hear nobody from anywhere bring that conversation up. Don't you agree?
Honestly, I don't think it matters to Cleveland. I think Cleveland's going to win the whole thing anyways. So for me, I think Cleveland got better. They got Kyle Korver, who I think is probably one of the top 5 in-game three-point shooters in the entire NBA. And you got LeBron feeding him the ball.
So do you think it's just a cakewalk for Cleveland to walk through
the
Golden
East?
State?
No, I think it's a cakewalk. I think it's a cakewalk for them to walk through the East. And I think they don't care who they play. But for some reason, there's some type of a matchup issue with them in Miami. For some reason. It's like there's something going on there. Maybe because LeBron played there. Maybe the coach knows him. Maybe they know his kryptonite a little bit. Maybe there's something he knows that we don't know. And a reason why he's losing on purpose. Because this team is too good to have like 20 losses, 30 losses. It doesn't really add up. It's not making a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You know, this team's too good. They've been dominating all year long. They've already beat Golden State. They've already proven they can beat anybody and everybody. And then you go and you give them Kyle Korver. They still got Irving. They still got LeBron, the best and the baddest man in the NBA. King James. They got the king, okay? They got the king. There's a signature, the king, okay? You got the king on your squad. What are you afraid of? You've been in the NBA Finals how many years in a row? LeBron has been in the NBA Finals how many years in a row? Like 6?
So
he is the NBA. Like, if you really think about it, all the other teams, Golden State got KD and geared up just to beat LeBron. And I think, and a lot of other people think, they might not even get there. They might not even get past San Antonio. I think that's the real championship, is who's going to win the West. That's the real championship. But I think it's going to be a cakewalk for Golden State. And I think it's going to be Golden State and Cleveland. And I think Cleveland wins again. That is my prediction. You heard it here first on Real Talk. I'm saying Cleveland goes, plays Golden State again, and they will win again. Because they got Korver, they got that three-point shooter, they got LeBron, they got Love, they got Kyrie Irving. I don't see any reason or any way anybody beats them. Go, I'll give you the floor. You tell me why you think someone can beat them. Tell me. Give me the floor. You got the floor, bud. Why do you think someone could beat them? Who could beat them?
you don't think San Antonio have a chance?
No. San Antonio has no chance. I don't think anybody has a chance against LeBron. LeBron is the NBA.
Kawhi Leonard match up well with LeBron?
He does. That's a good point there. I believe that Leonard is probably the best matchup. Well, worst matchup for LeBron, but best matchup as far as like a team that can beat them, it would be San Antonio because of Leonard. Leonard being able to match up against LeBron, him being able to score on LeBron, to force LeBron to play a lot of defense, and him to be able to lock up on LeBron and really make him one-dimensional, where he would pretty much have to be, a jump shooter because he's not going to be getting to the hole as easily if he's playing against Leonard.
So after LaMarcus Aldridge get Kevin Love in foul trouble, who's going to guard LaMarcus Aldridge?
Honestly, LaMarcus Aldridge has been a disappointment for me. I don't think he's nearly developed into the player that I thought he would in San Antonio.
He's not an all-star caliber player? He's
not anymore. He wasn't an all-star this year.
You sure he wasn't?
Well, I mean, he's definitely not in the top 10 in scoring.
Well, I mean, point guards pretty much dominate that role. But he's
in
one
Portland,
of the top 10 big men in the league.
In Portland,
he's one of the top 10 big men in the league.
I mean, in Portland, his numbers were way better. And ever since he's been to San Antonio, ever since he's been to San Antonio, he's been a huge disappointment. I think he's been a huge disappointment.
His role is different. And because he's trying to win a championship now, it's not about putting up numbers when he could do what he wanted to do with the Blazers. He could do what he wants to with Damian Lillard. You got to play in the system under Popovich. It's not about your personal numbers. Kawhi Leonard just could do that because he get to actually roam free to do what he want to do. Well, he still got to play within that Popovich system. It's almost like playing in college. You know that. So you can't really showboat like you really want to under Popovich. He's got to be the most strict coach about that. I still think he close. If he not 20-10, I bet he's very close to it.
I think his numbers are around 17-9, 17-8.
Okay.
I mean,
he's been in the league 10 years, 11 years.
It's not anything that's gonna scare me. When I watch San Antonio, I don't get scared. Like, oh wow, this team is so good. I don't feel that way about them.
I'm not even a fan of theirs, but I still gotta respect that they can give it to LeBron.
Honestly, you might think I'm crazy, But I think the team that might match up the best against Cleveland is the Toronto Raptors. I'm going to tell you why. Because they got Kyle Lowry back. They've got DeMar DeRozan, who's on fire right now. They've got Jonas Valanciunas at center. And to be quite honest, there's really no size on Cleveland. And then you talk about Serge Ibaka, who they just picked up, who is the best shot blocker in the NBA. So they just got a guy that now can really protect the rim, which they've never had. And then they also picked up PJ Tucker, who's just a grinder. He's a grinder. And I like that. So I think Toronto has really gotten better. And they played really good down the stretch without Lowry. And Lowry just came back last week. And if he can get back into the flow of things and they can get a couple rounds under their belt, they took Cleveland to 6 games last year. And I think with Serge Ibaka and PJ Tucker and with DeMar DeRozan playing out of his mind and arrested Kyle Lowry, he hasn't played it for 2 months. I think they might be dangerous. I think they might be able to take Cleveland to 7 games. And who knows in a 7-game series.
Amon Shumpert could do what he did last year to him.
I mean, that series was incredible. I don't know if you remember that series last year, but it went 6 games, and Toronto put up a pretty good fight.
Didn't he have Rosen on lock?
DeRozan was horrible in the playoffs. And
he can't handle between him and LeBron switching back and forth on him like that. That is crazy. I wouldn't dare want that. And that's exactly what they did. They switched back and forth, back and forth. Them two guarding you all game? Oh my God, no way.
There's no way there's no way DeMar DeRozan plays as bad this year in the playoffs as he did last year. Last year was horrendous. He was horrible. And they still won 2 games. So I honestly think they're a much better team this year. And if DeMar DeRozan does anything in the playoffs, I think it'll be an interesting series. As a Toronto fan, and obviously, being Canadian, I would love to see a Canadian team, get into the finals and one day win it. It may never happen. The Toronto Blue Jays won 2 championships, and we took 2 championships away from America. And it's only happened twice, ever. Good. No, but that's what it was. It's only. Well, that's the way it is. I mean, it's true though, right? Like, there's only been 2 There's only been 2 times ever. There's only been 2 times ever in baseball and in basketball where in sports and in hockey, we haven't won a championship in Canada since 1993. It's all been in America. So Canada's only won 3 championships since 93. 2 of them were in baseball and back-to-back when the Blue Jays won in 92-93. And then the Montreal Canadiens won in hockey in 1993. Since then, Canada has not been able to win anything. America has won every single championship in basketball, hockey, baseball. So for us in Canada, we're starving for some championships. We're starving, Tony. It's a serious problem.
Sorry. Can't do nothing for you, man. I'm sorry.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We took 2 championships from America.
It's a battle over here between the 50 states. So even before we start thinking about, man, we up in here like it's a internal war going on. So if it was to get outside of there, man, y'all don't want that heat. Ask them how it was. It probably was real bad for y'all back in the early 90s when y'all did that. Y'all don't want that heat. Y'all don't want that heat. Y'all don't want that heat.
Oh my goodness, man. Well, there was some crazy UFC fights this weekend, and there was a disqualification in this fight between Chris Weidman and who did he fight? What's his name? Mousasi. So Mousasi has him down, and while he's down, he knees him in the head twice. So right away, Chris Weidman grabs his eye, looks at the ref, and says that's illegal. So right away, they stopped the fight, and they were looking at him to stop the fight because they actually thought it was an illegal blow. So he thought he was going to win the fight because of a disqualification, which he was trying to win because of a disqualification, which I think is pretty weak. Anyways, they review it, and after they review it, they determine he moved his hands off the floor, and because he moved his hands off the floor, it was actually a clean knee to the head. 2 clean knees to the head. So because of that, he should be able to proceed with the fight, and they should be able to fight. At this point, the fighter had already come to the conclusion he didn't want to fight anymore because he was hurt and he thought it was a dirty hit. So at this point in time, they automatically gave the fight to the guy who kneed the other guy. It was very controversial. It's all over. Everyone's talking about it. The guy who's getting kneed is complaining, saying he wants a rematch. The guy that won the fight is like, listen, buddy, I need you twice clean. They said it was clean. They watched it on the slow-mo. And I won the fight. So why do I need to fight you again? If you wanted to fight, you should have fought. You could have kept fighting. You tried to win by disqualification.
He was saying he wanted a rematch instantly.
Yeah, like he said after the fight, he wants a rematch. He thinks this is bullshit, blah, blah, blah. And the other guy's like, why would I give you a rematch? You could have fought me. I was ready to fight. But you said that I hit you in
So
by...
basically,
He
like,
said that I
knocked
gave
out,
you a clean... It was... He's trying to say it wasn't a clean blow. He's trying to say it wasn't a clean blow. It was a dirty shot. It was a dirty blow. It was an illegal shot. And he was trying to win by disqualification.
Instead of getting up fighting.
Instead of getting up and fighting. So I agree with Mousasi, and I agree that it's BS. And why would you want to go and fight the guy? The guy was obviously weak. He was losing, and he was looking for a way out. So why would you give him a rematch?
Yeah. That's
So
what that sounds like. Especially if they watch it on the replay. And then why are you screaming if you should be more worried about your eye than you are talking about a rematch? That show right there where your interest is. Your eye is more important than you getting up trying to fight dude again.
exactly.
If your eye messed up, then you ain't thinking about nothing else. That you're thinking about your eyesight and the rest of your life. If it's that severe. And
buddy, he need him in the eye bad. Like he probably broke his.
Talking about rematch, man. What? You still thinking about fighting? No, your eye ain't hurting that bad. Because your mind's still in the right place of fighting. So you just told on yourself, buddy. Yeah, I wish I would. You saw that live, huh?
Yeah, I watch all the UFC events. I'm a huge UFC fan. I love the UFC, massive UFC fan, and and that's why I still believe that Conor's going to shock the world. I believe that Conor's going to shock the world. I believe that Conor may not win the fight, but he's going to do something to show his skill set, because I think the fact that everybody's just blowing him off and trying to say that he has no chance, I think that is a huge mistake. I really do. And I think Conor is the baddest man in the UFC, and he is an athlete, and he has an ego. He has a
best boxer you've ever seen in the UFC?
No. He's not the best boxer. He's not the best boxer. He's not the best boxer I have seen in the UFC. But he is the biggest draw. He is the biggest, most entertaining fighter in the UFC. And he is the best trash talker in the UFC. So you take that, and then you take a guy who is one of the best pound-for-pound fighters ever in Floyd Mayweather, one of the best trash talkers ever in Floyd Mayweather, and also one of the biggest drawers in pay-per-view history in Mayweather, and you put them together, and I think it's going to be a fight for the ages. It's just going to be an event. But the thing I like about it is I just think that Conor's going to do something. Either he's going to stun him, or he's going to stagger him, or he's going to hurt him. Just to show, hey, you know what? Yeah, maybe I won't win the fight, but it's not going to be a cakewalk like everybody thinks it will be. That's my opinion. I don't think it's going to be a cakewalk by any means.
So I asked if he's the best boxer you ever seen in the UFC and you said no, right?
Well, no, because he's more than a boxer. He's
No,
not
I'm
a
just
boxer.
asking.
In the
You said
UFC,
no.
in
I'm
the,
just asking. I'm making. You said clearly he's not the best boxer you've seen in the UFC, right?
well, okay, when I think of
Just throwing his hands.
when I
Just throw.
when
Who's the
just
best person you've
just
ever seen
throwing
in the
hands,
UFC throwing hands?
just throwing hands at his weight class,
Throwing
I would
hands.
have to say he is. He is. At
The best you've
145,
ever.
at
The best you've
145
ever
right
seen.
now,
Yeah.
at 145 and 155, where he currently holds the belts, I would say he is. Yes, I would say he is the best boxer. I mean, Nate Diaz is a very good boxer. He's applying for his license as well, and he won the last fight against Nate Diaz, and he clearly won the battle standing up. Clearly. So,
And you think that? You think that? What is he gonna do much different than that?
I don't think that
Against
Floyd
Floyd?
Mayweather has the chin that Nate Diaz does. I think Nate Diaz is a freak, and he has an incredible chin. And most people, with the shots that Conor landed on Nate, would have been asleep. I mean, he showed that in pretty much every other fight he's been
Do
in.
the weight of the gloves matter?
Of course they do. Absolutely they do.
Is
100%
that
they do.
already like 200% advantage Floyd?
I think the longer Floyd gives Conor to prepare, the more Conor will be ready for Floyd. And the
3 months.
longer I don't think it makes a difference. I think the longer Floyd waits, the older Floyd gets. And the longer Floyd waits, the more
Talk like
Conor.
this is years away. You
Floyd-
talk like this is you talk about the older he get.
Hey,
Like
you know what?
is,
This fight hasn't happened yet,
like
and
every day go by like he just got like 10 strands of gray hair.
this
Yeah,
fight hasn't
top of
this
the
fight
game.
hasn't happened yet, Tony. This fight hasn't happened yet. So we don't know when it's
You're
gonna
right.
happen.
I just shaved my head tonight, and before I shaved my head, I had a shirt on, and I was like, "Oh my god, this shirt will be perfect for the show." Because I think sometimes people. Well, let me go see if I can get into the problem.
Floyd Mayweather right now is 42 years old. Conor McGregor is 28. Conor McGregor has a 2-inch reach advantage. Conor McGregor is the bigger of the two fighters, and I believe Conor will be able to do something to shock the world in this fight. Everybody is overwhelmingly saying that Conor has no chance and Floyd is going to embarrass Conor McGregor. That's essentially what everybody that is in boxing is saying.
But
But
that same guy that was preaching when this happened.
no, I could have told you that Floyd Mayweather was going to win that fight. That was obvious.
This was you right here too talking when this happened, huh?
No, I was never the guy that ever said that that Pacquiao was going to win that fight. In fact,
Okay.
I think Pacquiao laid down in that fight. I think Pacquiao laid down in that fight. That was not Pacquiao. I've never seen Pacquiao fight like that in my life. That was the worst. That was the worst Pacquiao I've ever seen. I think Pacquiao sold out for the money.
Oh, what you think Conor gonna do?
Sell out for the money for sure. But they're gonna put on a show. Gonna put on a show.
Please, I ain't watching that show. It ain't even a real fight.
Oh
It's gonna be
man.
the best WWF event. I'm old school. The best WWE event of all time. So there you go.
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be the best. Hey, you're right. It's gonna be the best spectacle ever. It's gonna have the lights, the glitz. It's gonna come with the glamour. I mean, you never seen anything like this ever. So it's gonna have. It's gonna be a bidding war for all the major public like HBO, Showtime. I don't know. That's where the money is. They trying to figure out how that TV money go.
The two biggest trash talkers in the entire world going head to head. That alone makes it an event. It's just the pre-fight, the post-fight. it's like the Super Bowl of events. The buildup will be enormous. And they were asking Dana White yesterday in his press conference, or Saturday in his press conference after the UFC event, if they were getting close. And he said, no, they're not getting close because it's very difficult for Mayweather to come to terms. I've also heard that Conor has to give eight. They're saying there's been a report that the UFC wants to make 80% of the money and give 20% to Conor. So I don't know about that. I don't know how Conor's going to feel about that. That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me if you're Conor McGregor.
Yeah, because first of all, I think Floyd taking 75% or whatever is coming out the whole thing right off the top.
Absolutely. I think
Floyd he ain't even doing it if it ain't 75% on his top. He talking about he most definitely he always preaches on the A side. I'm the A side. Keep thinking it's light dimming right here. Should just turn it off. But yeah, he.
Well, he is the A side. He's undefeated. Floyd lost this year. Floyd lost last year to Nate Diaz. So Conor lost to Nate Diaz last year. Floyd has never lost, so he has to be the A side. I agree with him. He is the A side. I know that UFC is trying to say that Conor's the A side. You know, he's a huge star. He's an international star. He has a whole country behind him. There's a whole bunch of reasons why you could say that Conor's the A side, but at the end of the day, he's not. It has to be the undefeated pound-for-pound champion, Floyd Mayweather, in the sport that he dominated in for so many years, and a sport that Conor's never fought in. So obviously, it's a whole different animal, and he has a huge advantage. Same way if I threw Floyd Mayweather in the UFC in the ring with Conor, I don't think he would even last a minute.
Oh my God, Rich, you're back. Now you're talking sense. You're talking like you understand that Floyd is just going to dominate this. This isn't even about the actual fight. It's entertainment.
It's entertainment. It's an event. Okay.
Now you're starting to believe that there's not a puncher's chance in hell that that's going to happen.
But
if it do happen, it's staged.
But why would they stage that? There's no way that Floyd would do that. He is an egomaniac. There's no way he stages his first loss to a non-boxer, UFC fighter, Irishman. There's no way Floyd Money Mayweather lays down for that guy.
For $500 million, he will.
Yeah, that's a big number.
That's why it's taking so long.
I've heard he could make up to $600 million for this fight.
I just made $500 million up.
No, I heard that he wants $600 million.
People know that don't even really count as a real boxing match. So he'll take that L right there because he's at the end. He ain't got nothing else to prove.
You think he would take an L to end his legacy as the best pound for pound champion of all time and then to lose to a non-boxer? I don't think so. I
say yeah because he wouldn't look at it as a real bout. He'd be like, come on, man.
It will show up as a real bout in his record.
What Floyd will do after that is he'll end up fighting 2 or 3 more dudes after that and solidify it. Say, okay, I ain't going to end it on that note. You guys want to go ahead and mark that in there, but watch what I do to the next up-and-coming people that's in the game. Because Floyd still got it like that. I swear he'll take out the next 2 up-and-coming opponents just like that.
Breaking news. Miami just beat Cleveland in overtime. What am I telling you? 124 to 121. They're losing on
Remember,
purpose. They're losing on purpose, man. I'm telling you, LeBron has a plan. I'm telling you, bro. They're
because he want to
losing.
play against his boy. I'm telling you.
He wants to play against his boy. Or he doesn't want to play against his boy.
He want to play against Chicago.
He wants to play against. He wants to play against Dwayne Wade.
Of course he does. You don't
Wow.
think he do?
I guess if you're LeBron James, the NBA, you are the NBA. You can do whatever the hell you want. So I guess why not? Your kids hang out. You probably joke around a lot. Why the hell not play a game together? Yeah, maybe you're right. I never even thought of it.
Trips down to his old crib down there. I most definitely want to play.
Go on a 2-week trip. They can hang out for 2 weeks.
I'm saying if they play Miami. No, I'm saying they want to play Chicago, but
no, I know.
Miami ain't bad. Miami ain't bad either.
But they're 0-4 against Miami this year. Miami just beat them again.
Play them either, would you?
If I was 0-4, no, I wouldn't. But if I'm LeBron James, I maybe there's a matchup issue there. Like maybe they know something. Maybe there's a reason why he doesn't want to play Miami, and clearly they're 4-0 against them. Just a bad matchup. Maybe they know something about how to stop LeBron. It just doesn't make any sense.
For Whiteside. Whiteside is the best center in the Eastern Conference.
Whiteside is a monster, and that's the thing. They have no answer for Whiteside, and I guess whenever they play against Miami, he's just pounding the rock inside, taking it to the hole, taking it to the hole, taking it to the hole, pounding the rock, pounding the rock.
That's why he got $100 million contract.
Whiteside did?
Yeah.
Damn. How many years is that?
Blocks and rebounds. He's like, remember, he kept going on TV. Ain't nobody getting triple doubles with blocks and rebounds. I'm the only person in the NBA getting triple doubles with blocks and rebounds. I look up the stats. Sure enough.
That's crazy.
Average 6-7 blocks a game.
That's just crazy. So, let me ask you a question. Let's change gears for a second. Let's talk a little bit about stocks. So, something very special happened today. The marijuana stocks, last Wednesday, an ETF opened called HMMJ. And HMMJ is a medical marijuana ETF that you can purchase in Canada or the United States. Do your research, find the right brokers, you can buy it. It's like a stock. But when you buy the stock, you're actually buying 16 of the biggest and the best medical marijuana, pharmaceutical, licensed and some unlicensed producers in North America that are part of this ETF. So it's a very exciting opportunity. And I'm very excited today. I actually invested in the ETF. The symbol is HMMJ. So today, the ETF, after opening up on Wednesday and last week, going up very modestly, slowly, 1-2% a day. Friday went up 3%. And then today it exploded, went up over 9%. A lot of the stocks in this ETF today had a monster day. Some up more than 30%. Multiple stocks up over 28%. And every single stock in the ETF today was up. And every single stock, I call them, and we all call them now here on Rich TV Live, the Fabulous 17. Every one of these Sweet 16 plus HMMJ formulating the Fabulous 17 was a winner today. So what do you think about a strategy where we really just focus on the Fabulous 17 and really position ourselves to really get rich with these companies that have huge potential long term? What do you think about that?
Hey, you know me, man. I'm already in. ACBFF. That was a jackpot today.
Sure was. Aurora Cannabis. I love it. I love Aurora Cannabis.
What else was a jackpot?
Emblem Corp. Emblem Corp had a monster day today.
All of them was up, man. And I got my little note here that I wrote to myself on, was it Friday? I wrote that I was going to get an ICCLF at 94 cents.
Oh.
And I said I was going to get an MGWFF at 45 cents. I was like, yeah, I'm going to get in those Monday. And then I don't know, man. I still had a pretty good day with what I was messing around with, some other stocks, but I just happened to skip over them, and I looked at what they got to when I got to the crib, and I see ICCLF is well over $1. It's like at a
Oh,
dollar 12 or
it
something,
was
ain't
on
it?
fire today. It went up 36%.
And then what did MGWFF go up to?
Oh, MGWFF went up to 55 cents.
Yeah, so almost definitely
That was
gonna
up
probably.
17%. That was
I
up
think that's the
17%.
last that's under $1. So man, it's time to get in right now because these stocks gonna shoot out the roof.
Well,
And I tried to look up HMMJ on TD Ameritrade, but that's not on there. And I heard you say the American symbol was DRL.U,
that's correct.
but it didn't populate inside TD Ameritrade also. But
I
I
heard
heard
that
some
you
other
can
people
purchase
go
the
through other
ETF.
brokers.
I heard you can purchase the ETF through Scottrade.
Yeah, I heard some
Mhm.
other people having success through some other brokers. So,
So
if you want to jump on that, that's what you'll have to do. But it ain't sounding like you're losing,
no,
if that's what
I
you really
think
want
that
to get into. But
I think Scottrade, if you can get into HMMJ, it's a home run. And I think considering it's only the fourth day of the ETF, it's gone up 4 days in a row. It's went up gradually. It went up like 1% the first day, 2% the second day, 3% the third day, 9% today. I think something big is gonna happen in the next
but
couple of
don't you
days.
expect to pull back at the same time?
You always do, but with some of the huge news that's coming, 420 is only 10 days away. We also have potentially some huge news coming on Thursday where they're saying they may be announcing the legalization of recreational marijuana in Canada on Thursday. They're not going to
You
wait
know
till
what?
they're not going to
You know
wait till
what?
420.
I heard it happen today.
Yeah, I
I
heard
heard
that,
somebody told me today, like, no,
and
I
that's
think that happened in Canada today. I said, whoa, wait a minute. That's not supposed to happen toward like the end of the week, toward next week or something like that. It ain't supposed to. He said, you might want to double check, but I think, or maybe, he just was kind of getting word of, the information that we're getting and just jumped the gun. Because everybody knows it's coming.
it,
Has been doing their research and doing their own due diligence.
one of our
Just
one of our members, Attila, who was on the show earlier today, he mentioned that as well today too, and he said that it was announced. Some people have been talking, but it was announced today, and I was like,
did it really?
I didn't hear that. So
But
I
it's
mean,
something that happened on the inside. I think that's what I'm saying. I don't know, man. It's so if we see something happen with these stocks tomorrow, people,
I,
and Rich has announced all of them that you should pretty much know by heart. I have a watch list of. Watch for tomorrow, man. I think tomorrow may really
I think
it may set something off, man.
these stocks are on fire, bro.
But
These
dude,
stocks these
be
stocks
careful
have
too.
momentum,
Because
and
even the sub stocks, some of the sub stocks that are affiliated with the fabulous, listen to me, some of the sub stocks that are affiliated with the fabulous 17,
yes,
even those sub stocks are starting to catch fire. And I got proof right here. I swear to God, I got proof right here. They're starting to even catch fire. All of them are.
of
And what I'm going to
course.
do is go to the heat map. I'm going to go to the heat map and I'm gonna look at the sector and I want to see how green that's lit up because it's gotta be super lit.
Oh, it's lit, bro. It's lit. Do you know how
Mm.
many lights Aurora
Lit like
Cannabis?
my
Do you
new
know how
light
many
right there,
lights?
baby.
Do you know how many
Like
light?
my new light.
That's a nice light, man. It's bright.
Thank you, man.
Do you know how many lights Aurora Cannabis is going to need to be able to light up their facility with 1 million square feet?
See, I watched the show. I caught it right when 11 football fields.
1 million square feet of marijuana? Like, that is going to be billions of dollars. Not
Man.
millions, billions with a B. And that stock's at $2.50 or something. And they got a 1 million square foot facility to grow marijuana, licensed by Health Canada to go big. And they're at $2.
So
$2? Come on,
over.
man. That's like picking
It's
cherries, bro.
over.
That's like picking cherries, bro. And that's your baby. You said yourself you invested in that company. So congratulations, man, because that one's a big winner. I love that deal. I absolutely love Aurora Cannabis. Love it.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't cut the cord. I was about to cut the cord.
Man.
I was about to cut the cord. I would have been sick because
it-
I already let a couple of them go.
Well, it's got to
Like
be
I did what
hard.
most people did after the Jeff Session thing. I'm like, I don't want to sit here no next 6 months to a year. But then something was like, don't let it all go because something's getting ready to happen, man. It's a buying opportunity. Then I saw with people getting in. So I'm back in a little bit, but I'm going all 17. All 17. So I mean, I ain't really worried about if I get HMMJ. You know, that's just me personally. I don't. If I get it, you know, if it come available, it come available. But to me, I'd rather get in all 17 of them, and the more I can get in, the better. You know, I got a couple of long hitters, but I'm about to cut some ties just to make sure I get in right here.
Yeah, because if you can buy stocks like Aurora Cannabis at $2, why buy penny stocks? If you could buy stocks like Organigram at $2, why buy penny stocks? These are monsters. Like the company I was talking about today with Attila, I didn't even know they're in Uruguay. They're in Uruguay.
Cool.
ICCLF. ICCLF has got the ability. Uruguay is going recreational nationwide, like Canada. So ICCLF is a licensed producer in Uruguay, bro. I didn't even know that shit. And this thing went up 36% today. And I'm like, man, I gotta pay attention to what's going on here. I don't even know this deal. I wasn't dating it. You know what I mean?
I need you to break something down for the people.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who came up with the idea of the ETF, and how did it get finalized and approved, and who's behind it?
Well, I don't have all that information. If I did, I would give that to you. I would have to do more due diligence to be able.
Me, man, I'm digging because this is
that's a lot. That whoever did is a genius, because ever since they've done this, they've put
this together.
They've put this focus on these 16 companies, and these 16 companies are helping the ETF, and the ETF is helping the 16 companies.
Yep,
so they're protecting and incubating each other. So it's incredible. It's incredible. They're helping each other grow. They're helping each other succeed. They're helping each other prosper. So it's incredible what's happening.
You got two stocks in there that are big league, and they understand that some of the stocks that are within the club are super undervalued.
Yeah. Like Maple Leaf.
They'll be like, okay, we'll get you up to $5, $10, but that's still. Do you realize that's still super unsatisfactory for the Giants to want them to still be there? So they go put their foot on the gas pedal quick to get them. Oh my God. Are you serious? All right. Yeah. It's the time right now. So
now's the time, because we've got all these things that are happening. Marijuana starting to get legalized all over the world. Countries like Uruguay have companies like ICCLF that are licensed to go huge in another country. An international producer. One of the only international producers in this ETF. So Most of the companies are in Canada or the United States. This is the only one that's actually outside of North America. So I think they're very interesting. And today I learned about it. They were up 36%. I read their news and I was blown away that they just they just legalized marijuana in Uruguay. So I thought that this is a huge opportunity. Incredibly enormous opportunity. So that stock was up 36% today, and I think it may continue. So it's pretty exciting. And there's so many stocks out there. There's like 10,000 companies to buy. It's incredible to be able to say, okay, let's look at these 17 and let's dissect all 17 of these stocks. And at some point, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through all 17 of these stocks and I will do a show every day for every single stock for 17 days straight. And we will dissect every single one of these fabulous 17. That's what we're going to do.
Everybody do their due diligence. Everybody take one stock. Everybody take two stocks and just master it.
Exactly.
So therefore, if we got questions about any stock, you'd be like, look, I know exactly what this is going to do because I've been, you mastered the chart, you mastered the financials, you've mastered everything about it. So that's my recommendation. There's so many of us in here. A lot of us, we keep our eyes on what's going on, but you don't always gotta be vocal. You ain't always gotta chat, but a lot of you are out there watching and keeping focus on what's happening. We most definitely understand that.
Something very special is going to be happening here in 10 days. 420 is going to be happening. I am going to be showing you guys the madness, okay? I'm going to be going downtown and I'm going to show you guys what is happening here in Vancouver. But there are so many channels on YouTube right now that are blowing up because of marijuana. It's absolutely incredible. I was watching a show today called Pot TV. I mean, incredible. 40,000 subscribers right here out of Vancouver. Pot TV, if you're watching, I would love to collaborate with you. We'd love to be able to talk stocks on your show. So there's a lot of marijuana stocks out there. There's another show called Weed Nerds. And it comes out late at night. There's like 40,000 subscribers of that. And they just sit there and smoke marijuana off of bongs live on YouTube. It's crazy. So people just sitting there smoking their bongs, rolling up joints, getting high on TV. It's like we're living in a crazy world, man. And what we want to do is we want to find a way to benefit from all this craziness. And the best way to benefit is by investing in the Fabulous 17. And this is one of the best times ever to invest in stocks because they just have so much momentum.
Yeah. I agree, man.
I'm super pumped about it. I'm super excited. I can't wait to see what's going to happen tomorrow. There's so many other stocks that are doing well too. And we're going to talk about all the other stocks too. But really for the next 10 days, we're going to be focused really, really heavily on the Fabulous 17 because right now they just have so much momentum. There are other stocks out there, guys. Take a look at BLTO. BLTO is absolutely on fire. I got to give it to the promoters. They've done a great job on BLTO. It has been on fire now for weeks. It's come all the way from like 50 cents. Today it went as high as $2.60 last time I looked at it. It may have even finished even higher than that, $2.70 to something like that. So it's been incredible. It's been absolutely on fire. So there are other winners out there, guys. It's not just medical marijuana stocks. There are other winners. Bob, Larry, Tom, Oscar, BLTO. It is absolutely on fire, guys. So keep your eyes on the prize. There are other stocks out there as well. We're going to continue to watch all of them, but we're really specifically focused on the Fabulous 17 because right now they just seem to be creating tons of momentum and they seem to be going up almost every single day. So if you got 17 stocks that you're watching for 4 days straight, and for 4 days straight these stocks are going up almost every day, all of them are going up, then you know you got something special happening.
Yeah, man. I pulled a nice little sniper move off today.
Tell me.
I pulled it off on CYTX.
CYTX. Tell me. Talk to me about CYTX. I saw that you actually put that message in the comment section of the video today. but I have been so busy I didn't get a chance to actually review the stock pick. Tell me what happened with the company. Why did you like it? What happened there?
Well, I caught the news this morning. I'm trying to get to it. I ran my little scanner on my pre-market um, pre-market tool on TD, and then I saw that it was up like 30%. So I tapped on the news, and it said that looking at it right now here. Satori announces proposed public offering of a common stock. It's a therapeutic company. Announced today that it intends to offer and sell shares of its common stock in an unwritten public offering. All the shares to be sold in the offering are to be sold by Satori, and it took a hard fall here in the aftermarket. It's like down 25%, so it most definitely was something to hold on to. I'm trying to find the pre-market news here. That was at 3 o'clock today. Let me find that early news. That made me jump in it. It shot up in the pre-market too. So then what made me get it is I actually studied the chart in the pre-market, and studying the chart, I knew that it would shoot up and have a pullback, but the pullback wasn't too significant, so I stayed in it. I got in at like 179. The pullback wasn't too significant. It came back to 179. I thought it would drop even lower, but by it not dropping lower, I stayed in it, and it actually shot back up to like 194.
Wow.
And when it shot up to 194 at like noon, that's when I shot that message out. I jumped out at 194.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
So,
what do you think about BLTO? It actually hit 273 today. Incredible. It's been absolutely on fire. Bingo Nation, $2.73, up 17% today alone. Wow. It has been on fire. What do you think about that one? Have you been looking at that one at all?
No, I haven't. I've seen a few people bring it up in the chat room, but I haven't checked it out. Smartphone service?
Bingo Nation, BLTO.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Announces, that's like early news.
They've been getting heavily promoted. They've been getting heavily promoted by everyone. I mean, you look at their chart, it's just ridiculous. It's gone from, in the last 3 months, it's gone from under 50 cents. Are you ready for this? In the last year, it's gone from 15 cents to $2.73.
Okay, at March, March 5th, it was 50 cents, and it just went straight up to.
It was
$2
promotion. It's a promotion of the century. I mean, if this company was in Canada, it would have already been halted. This is like the promotion of the century. I mean, if you could see my chart on my phone, it's just right up. Oh, you can't really see it, but it's like it goes. The chart is ridiculous. It's one of the nicest charts I've ever seen. It's like a straight arrow right up. BLTO.
Right now.
Bacon, lettuce, and tomato. BLTO. That's how Sherry likes to talk about it. Bacon, lettuce, and tomato. I know she made some money on this one. BLTO, and it just keeps going up. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Up another 17% today, and we've been talking about it since it first got alerted when it was at $1. And it's now at $2.73. So we have to give some credit to the promoters on this one. It's been, you know what? I'm going to have to pull it up here. Bear with me here, Tony. I'm going to pull it up here.
Oh, I can share my screen with you, huh?
Yeah, share your screen with me.
Can you see that?
BLTO. 1 second. 1 second. Bingo Nation. Let's take a look here. Bingo Nation. Look at this chart. This thing. Yeah, I can see your chart. Perfect. Yeah, well, look at your chart. Let's look at your chart. Beautiful. So, oh, you know what? It's really, oh, there we go. Can you guys see it at home? You can see this chart. It's just gone right up, guys. Right up. It's a straight arrow up. It's a beautiful thing here, guys. This is what we're looking for. This type of movement, this is exactly what we're looking for. This is a huge winner, BLTO. Come all the way from 50 cents all the way up today to $2.73. It's just been consistently climbing. And this was a stock that was given to us by the promoters. They've done a great job on the stock. And we have to give them some credit. I'm gonna have to give them some credit. I'm gonna have to make some noise here for them. Promoters have done a good job, Tony. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it a lot. See how the 5-day, 10-day look.
I think it's great. I'm going to give those some recognition right now because recognition's due. And the promoters, they don't get enough credit that they deserve sometimes. Sometimes they get more credit than they deserve. But for this one, I want to give them a lot of credit because I've been seeing one promoter after another promoter getting hired. And then these guys have gone out, put out their alerts, and the stocks just keep going up and going up and going up every single day. So it's been a huge winner, and I got to give it to them. Let's give it to the promoters, guys. BLTO. Promoters doing a good job. Keep up the good work, boys. Let's see this go over $3. So it's been absolutely on fire. Is there anything else that we should be talking about, Tony, that I missed? Anything else that's happened this week that we need to talk about? What's on your mind, buddy? Anything else that we need to cover before we go?
Man,
because I want to get back to the Fab 17, bro.
Ain't no football to talk about. Man.
Well, one thing we can talk about is Tony and I are live on PS4, and we're going to be able to play you guys in FIFA 2017. If you guys want to play, you guys can add me. My name on PS4 is Rich8 the Great. Rich, number 8, and then the Great. Add me on PS4, and we can do it live. We can go head-to-head, your best team against my best team. I think you know which team I'm going to be using. That team right there, people. Portugal, home of the best player in football. That's right, Cristiano Ronaldo. Tony got a little taste of how good Ronaldo is in that game. He's pretty fast, eh?
Fastest one in the game. You can't catch him.
Yeah, he's like 94. I think he's rated 94 in the game. He's nuts. He's just like...
He got the ball and he take off. Forget about it.
Bullet. Just a bullet. So, yeah, we go live. We go...
We should get one in tonight.
Yeah, we should be able to get one in tonight. And if we do get one in, we might make a little video and send it on YouTube so you guys can see it at home. So we can show you guys some of our highlights. I know the last game I had a little bit of an advantage because Tony just learning to play the game, and I've been playing for a while with my son. So we're definitely gonna take it easy on you, Tony. And maybe what I'll do the next game is instead of using Portugal, I'll use Canada, and we'll go Canada versus USA, which isn't really fair.
You pick no one outside of the USA. You're like, no, USA, Tony, USA. I'm like, okay.
Well,
okay.
It's not fair because
you have to be Portugal.
Well, because that's my
but
team. I'm Portuguese.
Like, oh, wait a minute. I know who's on Portugal.
But that's my team. I'm Portuguese. I gotta pick Portugal. I can't pick Canada. They're ranked 130th in the world. I didn't even know. Portugal is behind countries like the Cayman Islands that has like 30,000 people somehow.
I'm Brazilian. I'm freaking Brazil.
Sure, you could be Brazil. Okay, so you be Brazil, and I be Portugal. That's fair. You got Neymar, and I got Ronaldo. That's fair.
Nigeria.
Sure, you could be Nigeria. Whatever you want to be. Use whatever team you want, bro, and let's just get it going. Let's get it popping.
Adamant about the United States and no, Tony, United States. I'm like,
no, United States is good at soccer.
States versus Portugal, Tony, that'd be a good matchup.
United States is good at soccer. I'm telling you, you guys are actually better than you think.
All right. I was missing one of my players that I wanted to make. He was on the bench because I didn't even look at my bench. Missing number 17. I like that dude. Number team he played for, but yeah, I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Let's do it again tonight. Anybody wants to play? Let's do it. We're gonna get off this. We're gonna get off this live stream. Thanks to YouTube. We're gonna do some gaming. We're gonna have a fun time, and we're gonna get ready for the Fab 17 tomorrow. And if there's any other winners, let us know. Guys, we're in our group chat. We've now got an app that has a section for hot stock picks. We've now got a section for entertainment where you can go and join our entertainment section of our app. And you can just have fun, joke around, and just be entertained 24/7. And we've got a section of our app now where we are also doing education for people that want to learn about trading. So if you're new to trading, but you don't really know about picks yet, you can join our education group. If you want to get entertained, you want to have some fun, you can join our entertainment group. And if you want to get hot picks 24/7, you can join our stocks group. So we're growing. We are building new apps. We have new mediums, more social media, growing every single day. And we are going to continue to grow. There's other live streaming platforms that we're going to continue to be a part of. But we love YouTube, which is the largest streaming, best streaming platform on the planet. Without you, YouTube, none of this is even possible. And because of you, YouTube, we are growing very, very quickly. I believe we are up to 588 subscribers. So guys, let's hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, click that like button. If you guys want to make a comment, please comment on the show. If you guys would like to join Rich TV Live, if you guys would like to be a member, you guys can go to www.richtvlive.com and you guys can go and download that app absolutely free for your iPhone and your Apple device. You can download it for your Android device at Google Play, and it's absolutely free, guys. And our picks are absolutely free. Everything we do is free. We don't want your money, people. We just want your eyes. We want your ears. We want your brains. And if we can all work together and put all our eyes and ears and brains together, we believe we can create a dream team where everybody as a team can achieve more. What do you think about that, Tony?
Man, you know I'm with it.
All right.
Honestly, man, truth right there. Let's go.
You know what time it is, people. What do we bring them, Tony?
Nothing but the winners, baby. The proof is in the pudding.
You guys make sure you like and subscribe. You guys continue to watch us on YouTube. You guys make sure you join this community because we're a winning community and we got a plan. And our plan is to win. And together, we will achieve freedom. Onward and upward, my friends. Thanks, Tony.
All right, man.
Have yourself a great day, brother. All right, everybody. We love you all. Peace. Be safe, everybody. We'll see you in the morning. Get ready for our full alerts. All right, my friend. We'll see you on the battlefield. Bye, guys.